Cuba is a dictatorship where the government oppresses the people, and one of the biggest shortages is food. I returned to Cuba, and of course I'm from here, I know how things are, and the reality is very sad. Today we see what it's like to eat in a day. Hello, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. I'm Anita Mateo, I'm Cuban, and I'm visiting Cuba, although I live in Spain, in Galicia. But anyway, I'm staying here for a few days in Varadero, Matanzas, Cuba with my family, and I'm making a series of little videos for you all, so subscribe, give it a like and all that. This is a video, the one I'm going to make today, because you've already read the title on the thumbnail and I've already done it a bunch of times. So I'm going to do it for you again, one more time on this trip, which is what I eat in a day here in Cuba. How was I able to get food on this trip? How much do things cost? Where can you get them? And a little more about that reality. How do we Cubans cook? What do we eat? Because it's not different. We usually eat the same things, but sometimes things change, you know? How do you get food from one place to another? Because here we are in Varadero, which is one of the most important tourist towns. Even though you're seeing it here, and honestly, it's pretty neglected, it doesn't look like a tourist place at all. The most touristy thing about this place seems to be the hotels, but then you see the houses, the streets. It's like other places facing similar shortages and problems. The only difference here is the electricity always stays on. That's why I decided to rent a house and bring my family here to spend a few different days without blackouts, you know? So today we're going to see what a day is like here in Cuba. Let's start with breakfast. Because honestly, if you see how I look, I just woke up. The struggle. I was usually one of the last ones to get up. People here almost always woke up really early. But anyway, I get up, and that's how I get to my breakfast. And for the people who still hadn't eaten just like me, I made a big omelette. I had to wash up here because the ones who got up first had already made coffee. Okay, let's make breakfast. I should mention that all the food I have here is food I bought in Spain. On a website, these kinds of websites are a bit curious to me because they're sites where after 3 days the food is already here at the house. I paid from abroad, I paid in euros, and they bring it here. It's a way to do it, like doing your grocery shopping all online. And for it to arrive here in Cuba, because right now, if I go out to buy some food, like doing grocery shopping in Cuba, it's almost impossible. You need to visit various places to find things, since they're hard to locate even with money, at least here in Varadero. I expected things to be different here, since it's a tourist spot with more to offer. But no, the supermarkets are empty or have the same product repeated over and over again. Can you find bread in a little shop around here? No, I haven't seen anywhere you can buy it. So I bought all these things online so we could have food these days while we're here as a family in Varadero. So we're going to make some eggs. These are imported eggs that I bought. I don't know where they're imported from, but they're like these little eggs they call Criollo eggs here, which are like more brownish. I mean, this here is a luxury. All these things here are a luxury. Like having an egg for breakfast in Cuba is a luxury. Totally. I'm going to make myself some scrambled eggs with bread, not just for me. I'm going to make breakfast for other people in the house too, and I'm going, let's make some coffee. With milk, powdered milk actually, because we don't have fresh milk. It's pretty hard to find fresh milk, so what I bought was this powdered milk. About that supermarket, honestly, I don't want to promote or anything for that supermarket. Don't ask me, because to me those websites belong to the government. But it's the only way to get some food in order to survive. And well, here is the milk. Since there are so many of us, my mom takes a pot that looks like it's for beans and boils the milk. Since this is a rented house with few items and no proper container for boiling, that's probably why. So she's boiling things with a bean ladle and a bean pot. It's very normal. Here, Cubans make do with whatever they have and whatever they can find. I want to say that it's really hard for me to edit this video now because I know how much scarcity there is in Cuba, and any plate of food you have on the table is going to be a luxury. Well, here I was trying to light the stove, which scares me a little. They helped me with this fire because the one I have in Spain lights up by itself, luckily. And well, food in Cuba is a real luxury, and seeing my family get so happy with such a simple meal makes me think. And I really hope that all Cubans can someday eat with dignity without having to worry so much. And well, we have this ham that we also bought. It's biscuit ham, which is a type of ham that people here in Cuba have always known. It's been around forever. It's not like the ham from Spain or anything like that. I'm not sure where this ham is made. Oh, it's from Havana, Cuba, but it's been around forever. The ham I knew was called biskin, though people call it Viking ham. This is the ham that I've always known, Viking ham. I mean the ham from Spain. I had never tried it in my life. This is the ham. This is its texture. This is the most popular one here in Cuba, Viking ham. Yes, it's the most popular one, and this is its general structure. It has some small bits of fat and things like that. I used to take this off because I didn't really like it, but honestly, it tastes pretty good. So let's make the omelet with some ham. Like this. Well, I've been told to wait until you can smell the oil, which means it's really, really hot, so the omelet doesn't stick, because this here is a frying pan. As you can see, it's not non-stick or anything like that. Everything sticks, it's normal, and here's the omelet with the little ham, and here it is right now. Making this amount of eggs for breakfast in Cuba would be crazy, because everything is pretty rationed and you save whatever you can. Honestly, these days we're really happy for them because they ate more, although, well, half of the eggs got stuck to the pan. What a shame. All right, let's get the little cups of milk ready with the bean ladle. Not me. Me, other people. We still hadn't had breakfast since we were the last ones to get up, so I prepared milk and bread for all of them. Let's get the bread ready. Let's go. And here is the sugar, which we call in Cuba azúcar prieta, which would be brown sugar. Here, do you want brown sugar or white sugar? It doesn't matter to you, just a bit. That's all, because I don't take much sugar. And well, that's how it turned out. Today's breakfast, scrambled ham with omelet, bread, and coffee with milk. Milk with coffee. And let's try the bread with the egg. Let's see how it is. The ham is very tasty. I prefer Serrano ham over Iberian ham, but this ham is good. Well, here's my mom who is making some lunch. What are you making, Mommy?
Red beans, fish fillet, white rice.
Are you peeling the garlic? Yes.
An imported garlic that's coming into Santi Espiritu now, which costs 80 pesos per head of garlic.
But the garlic is imported too?
Yes, it's imported. It's imported. Really? Yes, really.
Well, here are the kids eating. They're having some rice with beans left over from yesterday, some fried ham and tomato. But are you going to make the fish for the others, right? Or are we eating ham?
No, let the kids eat now since it's already 1 and they need lunch. For us, it's the fish fillets.
The little fish are here. What type are they?
Spargo?
Spargo lunch is delicious, huh? It's delicious. Here we are making lunch, which is fish. My brother-in-law is making it. It's fried. Yes.
I'm good at grilling there.
That's not grilling since there's too much oil.
Yeah, but the oil sticks.
The pan sticks, so you have to add a lot of oil so it doesn't stick. This is how the little fish is turning out, and this is what we're going to have for lunch today, all improvised.
I'm going to drink some water.
Yes, me too.
We have to go buy seasonings to season the beans because we don't have garlic or onion, and there wasn't enough time, so we have to have rice with fish for lunch. Only because there wasn't enough time for that, so... I'm heading to Santa Marta because in Encaradero, where my uncle lives, there are no small stores, and they don't sell things like garlic, onion, vegetables, or fruit. So today's lunch is rice with a little fish.
Good.
Enjoy your meal. And well, we went out to the other town to see what there was to eat. Because they told us that in Varadero there weren't these kinds of little private shops from private people who sell things. And we had to go all the way to Santa Marta to buy food. And this is how this town looked, which is like when you cross the bridge, it's right there next to it, and this is what they had. Well, there's tomato, lettuce, onion, carrot, wow, oh.
That's Malang, wow. Pepper has something amazing.
Buy there, Mommy. Whatever you want. Buy tomatoes too, little plantains.
Give me pepper, give me, you weigh it, you have a scale.
Do you have garlic? On the corner over there, I'm going to go to the corner.
What a tomato field, huh?
Look, there's sweet potato. Potato, it's super hard to find that here in Cuba, huh?
Beetroot, how much is it? Well, 500 euros.
And buy a clove of garlic or some little garlics. No.
I don't want that much garlic.
But garlic also goes like that. No.
Yes, I can dismember myself.
Yes, Mom. Just take the peeled clove and put it in.
Where is it? Yes. That's it. Give me, right? How many do we need?
Are we for the apples?
Not one. I don't eat apples.
Take the onion.
It's heavy, huh? Can I do the same? Can I pay the same to buy a little white onion for salad that I love?
Well, I'm going to show you what we bought, and at the end, I'm going to tell you how much it cost us, and you're going to be amazed. We bought some lemons, a few little lemons, like this bag of lemons. At least here they had a little bag, because in many places they don't even have a bag to give you. A bag of onions. White onion and red onion, that's how the onions come. A little bag that I think is 2 pounds, because here things are measured in pounds of chili of this. What are these little peppers called? Pepper, chili pepper? Well, let's go. Yes, in Spain they sell them, but they're much bigger. Here they're smaller, just like the little garlic. And everything is smaller here than over there. Over there they're much bigger. We bought 6 apples. 6 little apples for the kids in the house. We bought this 4-pound bag of tomatoes. This is how the little tomatoes look, 4 pounds, and we bought this tomato puree, a can of tomato puree. And we bought this peeled garlic, which is garlic that they already sell to you in this little jar, peeled, so it's easier and you don't have to peel it yourself. But I think it's much more expensive than when you buy it unpeeled. But anyway, all of this purchase cost us 10,000 Cuban pesos. That's right, 10,000 Cuban pesos. How much is that compared to a month's salary? I mean, how much does my sister make? About 6,000 pesos, more or less, about 6,000 pesos every 2 weeks. Because she works privately, she doesn't work for the state. If you worked for the state, you'd earn 4,700 a month. She earns 4,700 a month, and a shopping trip here has cost 10,000 pesos. Do the math, does it make sense? Do you find it logical? No, simply nothing here makes sense. I mean, I really don't know how people survive because it's super hard. And the man with the cart who took us there to do the shopping told us that this place is one of the most expensive in Cuba. We're in a very expensive place, yet regular people with normal jobs who don't make that much still live here. Isn't that crazy? But he told us that there's a market on certain days where things are sold a little bit cheaper. It's just that we needed these things urgently because we didn't have anything to eat for dinner. And honestly, I was shocked. But every time I come to Cuba, I see that prices keep going up and up and up while salaries stay the same. Okay, it's dinner time. Let's see what we're eating today. Did you finish already? They're making some grilled chicken breasts. How delicious. Were you able to season the beans left over from lunch with the garlic we bought? Yes. Salad, a little rice over here, which is a must in a Cuban household, and over here, these are the beans left over from lunch. How delicious, but I'm hungry. Still, I want to shower first. But honestly, the food has been turning out really delicious these days. I do make my own breakfast, but my mom always cooks everything else. I have to say there were a lot of people in the house, and cooking for so many was just crazy. But anyway, no one went without food. We all ate. This is Cuban cola. It's called Tu Cola. Since I was one of the last to eat, I also sat out here on the street, and there was this little kitten. At night, we'd sit outside talking, and a kitten would come by for food. Well, that was more or less what I ate today. Eating here in Cuba is a luxury. It's a privilege. From what I've seen on this trip, things are really tough, really difficult. Many people can't eat these things every day. They can't have an egg every day. They can't eat meat daily. That's the reality. You see this right now and you're saying, wow, these are just normal plates of food, nothing out of this world, nothing luxurious, nothing like lobster or anything like that. So obviously we have to be aware of that eating like this in Cuba every day is a luxury. And it's something that every time I come here and see, well, the reality, because I used to live this reality, this was my daily life, my family's daily life too. Every time I see that, it makes me sad, but at the same time I think, wow. And I'm grateful for the things I have in Spain. Maybe I don't have the greatest luxuries in the world, but at least I have food, at least for now. I can eat a plate of food, I can eat meat whenever I want, and honestly, that's a luxury, and it's something I really value a lot more. Every time I come here to Cuba, it's like I leave seeing all the things here, and then I come back like, Maybe with a new perspective on things, you know. Let's be more grateful for what we have, value the little things we have more, and maybe stop always complaining about things that sometimes aren't that important. Many people are struggling, going hungry, and experiencing great misery, especially here in Cuba, where there is a lot of suffering. It's very sad, and it seems like every trip I make and every time I come, I feel like things are worse. Food is more expensive and life is harder, and I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, right now I'm leaving Cuba, but I have the feeling that I don't want to come back for a long time. I'm not leaving thinking, wow, I can't wait to return. It's like I say, there's so much hardship and so much that I just don't feel like coming back. I just don't feel like coming back. It's like I don't really feel like being here. I like being here with my family and all that. But when I go out on the street and see the situation and see the reality, and that's even though I don't have blackouts, because here I am in Varadero, which is like an alternate universe, but still with a lot of hardship, with really expensive prices. But at least I have electricity. If I were in a blackout right now, I would be really, 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 really bad, honestly. So for Cubans, it's already super normalized, like these blackouts are just part of their daily life and all that. And also having to struggle, having to look for something to eat every day, And it's very sad to see this, and I don't know, sometimes it makes me not want to come back. Besides, coming to Cuba is not cheap at all. I mean, just on food alone, I've spent a lot of money. I mean, come prepared because the prices are equivalent to prices in Europe with salaries of 10 euros a month European prices. Now, how do people survive? Honestly, I just wonder, how can people live? How can they survive? It's just something you ask yourself and you can't find an explanation for it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that stuff. And I hope you've enjoyed this little series of videos I've made here on my trip to Cuba, my third trip to Cuba. Sending you a big kiss, and remember there are new videos every Sunday. Bye-bye.